Hello everybody, my name is Luke Mar and this is Hot Mode, and today on Hot Mode we are coming to you with your Milan Fashion Week celebrity roast and review, because we've got to talk about all the celebs that showed up to the Milan Fashion Week, because there was a whole lot. Alright, so we're starting off with A$AP Rocky. This was at the Bottega show. Now he's wearing an oversized double-breasted suit jacket with a matching pair of pants, pinstripe, it's pretty charp. And then he's wearing I can't tell if it's like an undershirt in leather, because it's definitely not like a collared button down. Maybe it is a collared button down, it doesn't look like it though. It looks like it's a non-collared shirt. But I like it. The thing that I love the most though is the sardine bag. That's the bag with a little fish handle. It seems to be some sort of like snake skin or embossed leather to look like snake skin, and it has some sort of snaky motif in it. I think it's cool. I think it's chic. I sat behind Rocky at the show. It was really fun. But what was more fun was when Rocky and Rihanna showed up to the Bottega after party. The worst part for me was though, I went to the after party, but I missed them because I left early, and that's the problem with me is I'm going to leave early, you know what I mean? What does Miranda Priestley say? Drop me off at 9:30, pick me up at 9:45 sharp. That's me. Now, we'll talk about Rocky. I love this look. I like the jacket. I love the leather intrecciato tie. I like the shirt. I like the fact that the jacket, again, is like plaid. It's kind of puffy. He's carrying the same bag. I love the jeans. I don't know if they're jeans. I don't know if they're leather. They're meant to look like jeans. They could be jeans. We'll never truly know. As for Rihanna, though, I like the dress. I like this little pale yellow. I like the intrecciato suede jacket. That jacket probably costs like 13 grand. It's also probably incredibly stunning and beautiful because intrecciato, when you see it up close, when you touch it, you're like, somebody really put their back into this. And I think probably my favorite thing is this chain fur stole thing. It's not just a regular stole. It's a stole that is rings interconnected to look like a chain. And it's fantastic, and it's super fun, and I think it's perfectly Rihanna. I love the sunglasses. She's just a fashion girl, and I feel like this is one of her more like quote-unquote tame outfits. It's not like a bunch of different colors. It's not all this huge color palette matching, which she normally does. It's just really simple look, and yet she always delivers because she is the definition of a fashion girl. Like, she is the boilerplate. Next up, we have Carey Mulligan, who's wearing Prada. This is like more or less pretty simple Prada. It's a gray skirt suit, has a belt over top of it. Not obsessed with the belt, but what I will say is I think it's probably a reference to an old Prada collection. It could be like early or mid 90s that I believe was based on like military garb. And I think this kind of fits in with that. I like the big pockets. I think the knee-length skirt is cute. The bag, the sunglasses, the shoes is all pretty simple. It's really minimal and easy. I'm not obsessed, but at the same time, like, I'm not mad about it, except for the belt. The other thing is, a lot of times with the fashion shows, people are wearing things that are a season ahead. So like, even if it's really hot, wherever you are, somebody is going to be wearing fur, more or less, or springy short dresses and like linen pants in the winter. So they're always a season ahead. And what I will say is now seeing them in that regard, up close and personal more and more, I have the utmost respect because I show up in t-shirt and jeans pretty much everywhere I go, and I'm still sweating my ass off, so I don't know how they do it. This is a little bit of like Luke debriefing after Fashion Week stuff, but I think it is helpful. Channing Tatum, Versace, nothing really crazy here. It's a black suit. I don't hate it. I think the suit fit actually is quite nice. I don't mind the black shirt underneath. Could it be more exciting? Sure, it could. I do think that it could just be a little bit more like fashion. I understand tailoring, that sells well, all those kinds of things, really simple, really easy. Customers would want to emulate, but a little bit more would be helpful. Next up, we have Charli D'Amelio. Listen, I like this. I feel like Charli's definitely stepping out, and she's definitely doing things that are a little bit different. I feel like historically she does kind of simple, playing to like a Gen Z audience, and that's kind of what is expected of her. And it makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, you drive sales, you sell product. I get it. I think that this actually feels very Prada. I think that something about this jacket with this high collar, it's a moto style, but it has like historical referencing to it is cool. Pairing it with the skirt, which people don't have to like, but that skirt actually like has a cutout in the back and it exposes a silky little slip skirt underneath. And that I think is cool. I think the shoes, I think the bag, like they all feel very, very different, but in recent product collections, that idea of like putting things on and like really sort of having all these different aesthetics come together is what the vibe is. And so I really respect that she's stepping out of the box and trying to embody the Prada brand more than just sort of doing like 1950s big skirt and like a sweater or things that she's done in the past. So I gotta give her credit where credit's due. Next up we have Christine Quinn, and she is wearing Diesel. I don't know if it's a corset top. I don't think it is. I just think it's cut to look like a corset, and then it's a button-down shirt, and then a pair of baggier pants. The whole look is more or less distressed and sort of falling apart, which is Glenn Martin's MO, especially this in particular season. This whole idea of like clothing slowly but surely doing what it does, which is breaking down, especially if it's an organic material like a cotton, which a lot of denim is. I think it works. I feel like it feels very Christina Aguilera to me. Maybe it's just also like the hair thing, but it's chic. I respect it. If you want to sell a house or two in that outfit, who am I to judge? Get your commission. Next up we have Daisy Edgar-Jones, and she's wearing a pretty simple little crochet three-piece from Gucci. It's a bra top, a pair of hot pants, and a little cardigan. I think the top and the shorts are also cute. Nothing really like super exciting to write home about. Bag is a big suede Gucci monogram bag, and the shoes are little ballet flats with the Gucci horse bit on them. Again, I get it. I understand. It was very hot in Milan. And actually, to be honest, I feel like this is something that probably would sell quite well with customers. So as much as I'm like, I think I understand it. Next up, we have Dakota Johnson, who's also wearing Gucci. Now, I feel like she's wearing an empire waist dress. It's kind of like a slip style, and it's sheer and has little flowers all throughout, little daisies. Would have been interesting maybe to see like Daisy Edgar-Jones in the daisy dress, but hey. I just kind of wish maybe that the top of the dress, where that sort of band around the bust area is, was not opaque. Like, I wish it was also sheer. It would have just kept the whole thing running. The leather jacket is fine. The shoes in the bag are also fine. I'm not really like upset about them, but it's just not, again, super exciting whatsoever. So next up we have David Beckham, who's wearing Boss. Again, not super exciting. It's a navy blue suit, turtleneck, black shoes. I don't know why men wear black shoes with navy blue suits. Like, I know that you guys could buy, or you could get, or you could make navy blue dress shoes, but kind of blah. Next up we have Debbie Harry, who I think is an icon. She's wearing a button-down shirt, a little pencil skirt. She's wearing those very high Gucci platforms. I don't know if these are like the heel version or if they're like the straight platform. And then a red leather jacket that matches. It's the Gucci Ancora Rosso, which is Sabato de Sarno's kind of signature color. I think it's fine. Again, not really super exciting. I think the shoes and the jacket really sort of are the most intriguing parts of it. But again, how intriguing are they really? Next up we have Dina Smith. She's wearing Bottega Veneta. I love this. It's a silky little blouse and a silky little skirt, and I believe it's a handkerchief skirt. And I love this print. I love this sort of ombre of this maroon fading into this very, very intriguing teal. Maybe it's more of like a Tiffany kind of blue. I think that it's a little washed out just because of the light. I think it's a little bit darker. I don't think it's actually as white as it looks here. And I think the colors just work really well. I think that this idea of like this bleeding of the two colors together is cool. I think the silhouette is lovely. I think it also probably is a little bit easier to wear than a lot of other looks that we'll see, and yet still keeps a fashionable sensibility. I also think personally, and again, I have this whole thing about print preference. Everybody has their own prints that they like the look of and think are intriguing, but I think it's rare to see a print that really just like hits, and I feel like usually it doesn't need a whole lot of graphics. It really is just like understanding colors and having a good sense and natural sense of colors, and there's not a lot of designers, I find, that actually do have that, which is shocking considering it's fashion. Next up we have Ella Purnell, and she is wearing Prada. Now, this I actually kind of love. I will say it feels a little bit 70s, maybe not. Well, actually, here's the thing. I really like the top. I like this sort of floral, it's not chainmail, but it's like these flowers really are the thing that make up the top. For the most part, obviously you have like a bandeau that is sitting underneath that the flowers are attached to in order to like hold themselves up. And it's the same thing with this sort of like legging thing with a skirt kind of placed over it. But I love that concept. I feel like it's fun. It feels very late 60s, early 70s to me, but obviously a little bit more modern and reworked. I also just love the idea of the pant with a skirt, which normally I wouldn't like, because sometimes it's a little rough to do a pant with a skirt. But I will say, I think that overall aesthetic vibe, when I see the headband with the flowers and the fact that this kind of all just has, like, again, a 60s, 70s sort of feeling, and I loop in Mucha Prada's love and growing up during like the late 60s, early 70s, I think that there's something there that works to me. And I think that the Prada Clio bag is going strong. You can't get rid of her. She's happening, she's moving, she's grooving. I personally think they're still very chic. Next up we have Enhypen, and they are wearing Prada. We're gonna do this quick. But I love the fact that they all look a little bit different. Sometimes with the boy bands, it can feel a little bit like, oh, wearing the same exact outfit every time. But no, the boys have done it differently. So we're gonna start with the gray and the green, very Prada. Love that color. That green is just like Marchese-esque green, a little bit darker, I personally think. But it works. I like the gray with the black pant. I like the boot. Next up, we have this big, baggy leather bomber jacket. Very Raf Simons. I'm really enjoying it. I love that oversized feeling. I think that's what really works about Raf, in my personal opinion. Just big, solid silhouette that is a little lumpy. It's cool. I also love this gray suit that's next. Something about the arm, just it feels full. It feels like it's oversized, but it works. The pants are cool. I'm into it. The glasses, done. I don't know if he normally wears glasses, but if he doesn't, this is very Clark Kent goes to the Prada show. Ugh, the pink with this little herringbone is beautiful. Like the matching satin pant as well, that in reality you can't really see the full fit of the pant because the jacket is closed. A, he knows how to hold himself. He's a very smart man. I really respect him. And B, you say, oh my god, he's dedicated. He is dedicated to pink, another Prada signature color that we really love to see, this dusty pink. I love that the shirt and the pants match, but I don't have to see all the wrinkles and the crinkles that comes with the satin. So like, he gets it. And on top of it, that jacket, stun. Next up, another big bomber jacket. This time it's closed. It's also in more of a nylon Prada signature fabric, if you didn't know. The navy blue, I think it works. I'm believing the navy blue and the black pant because, again, it's not just like a full navy outfit black shoe. Like, there's a difference. We're moving them in together. That denim looks really light. Like, it looks a little linen-esque, so I don't know what the composition of the fabric is, but love the denim tie, love the denim shirt, love the denim pant. I love the fit of the denim pant. It's beautiful. And then the jacket over top, stunning. And finally, a little simple, a little easy with a navy blue sweater, which beautiful navy blue sweater, maybe a navy blue pant. This is probably like my least favorite fitted pant out of everybody for the most part, but I wish that the shirt collar came out and gave it a little bit more excitement, a little pizzazz, a little something to remember it by, because otherwise it feels a little bit schoolboy uniform, which is okay, but I want a little bit more zhuzh, like a double collar is very Prada, and I feel it could have worked. But overall, 10s. Also, they're very beautiful in person, so. Next up, we have Gabriette. She's wearing Gucci. I love this green wool. It's a little hairy. Nobody needs to shave. We really respect it. I think the color is stunning. It's really, really striking. I think it works really, really well with the red. You have this little Gucci bag. So the bag is called a Milano Mini. It's cute. I love it. I think it's fun. If you're gonna do the Gucci monogram, let it be embossed in leather. The shoe is fine. I really do love like the little skirt suit though. I think it's beautiful in that nice wool, that green. Next up we have Hanni, and she's wearing Gucci as well. She's wearing a simple pair of denim jeans. I don't really love them because I'm pretty positive they're split hem, and I'm just like over the split hem, and that's nothing anybody can really do about it. I just don't think it looks very chic currently and in general. But I understand the slouchy sort of casualness of it. I also don't really love the belt. Like, I just don't really see the skinny belt working super duper well here in this context. That's just me. The bag is cute. It's fine. I don't hate it. And the top, that I enjoy. I think it's beautiful. I think that Salvatore De Sarno does really, really lovely embellishments. I think it's probably his strongest, most exciting, most wonderful thing. And I think the idea of doing like a crop top style where it's creating a motif, this like grid graphic through the embellishment is cool. And I've always thought that. But the rest of the outfit I feel like does not help to uplift. Next up we have Hoshi, and he is wearing Diesel. It's a pretty simple black leather set. It looks like it's maybe, no, I think it's just black leather. I was gonna say maybe it's a denim and it's a treated denim to look like leather, but I'm pretty positive it's just a leather. I don't mind a collarless jacket on a man. Hot take. Maybe not a hot take. I don't know. I think it's cool, but overall, It's fine. It's not super exciting, super memorable, but it's not something I've seen a million times before, so I guess that's okay. Next up, we have IN from Stray Kids. He's wearing Bottega. This I love. This is an intrecciato. It's the weave Bottega, leather, beautiful. I'm wondering if whether or not the leather pieces or strips that have been woven into this jacket and pair of pants were printed with the newspaper. I'm pretty positive they were, this like newspaper motif. So you can see words, you can see different little splotches of black and red and light blues. This is something Mathieu Blasi has been playing with. We did see it, I think, at least a season, maybe a season and a half ago. Maybe it was like a resort or pre-fall collection. And then we also just saw it in the most recent show as well, because there was a stole that was printed with newspaper references. The newspaper print goes back a long time. You can look at it from John Galliano, but the first person to really do it was Elsa Schiaparelli. It's not like anybody necessarily owns it, unless you're Schiaparelli, in which case technically you do. I really like the idea of all these different newspaper prints being woven together to sort of look like shredded newspaper. It's interesting. Don't love the shoes that much though, but the rest of the outfit, very into. Next up we have Jacob Elordi. He's wearing Bottega. It's a white shirt, a pair of white pants, a pair of black loafers, a little patent, and then a sweater, a little gray cardigan. It's something that I would personally love to wear, but at the same time, I'm not mega superstar actor Jacob Elordi. So I do wish he would like be a bit more exciting fashion-wise. I feel like he does sort of tend to just do really simple, easy basics, which if you're beautiful, like that's great, but at the same time, we're looking at a lot of beautiful people and the basics become a bit basic. So I do wish he would try to wear something a little crazier, a little bit more playing into the Bottega craft, sort of trickery, ploy thing. I think it would do him some good. So, Jacob, let's get excited. Next up we have Jaehyun, and he is wearing Prada. It's a black leather jacket, a beautiful black leather jacket, a cardigan, a pair of black pants, a black boot. Again, really beautiful, stunning, striking human being that I could probably look at for a long time, but I wish the outfit was a little bit more jazzed up, a little bit of color play. I understand we're looking at different materials, the leather and the knit and the wool of the pant, but I don't know. A little styling could go a long way, I think. Next up we have Jessica Chastain. I think she looks great. I love this little daisy dress. I like the off the shoulder. I think that even like the hair and like the sunglasses and the little Jackie bag and the shoe, like it just, I think she's giving a character. I think the hair is big and wild. I love the fact that the dress, again, off the shoulder, the straps, it feels a little bit like I'm here, I'm in Milan, I'm gonna go, I gotta do what I gotta do, I'll see you all later. It just feels star off duty, even though she is in fact on duty because she went to the show. And this is what I mean. Like, it's exciting to see a little bit of character put into your outfit, even if it's kind of simple. Something feels a little bit more dynamic. Next we have Jin, who's wearing Gucci as well. I'm pretty positive that this is like a fully sequined knit top, or maybe it's not a knit top, it's a fully sequined top. I love that the color blends from this like navy blue into this rusty brown. It's very chic, and I'm not sure if this is custom. I said it was custom in another video. I don't know if it actually is. I would love for it to be custom, but it's really cool. Also, my ears have never hurt more than when Jin came out and all of the people outside of the show screamed. So, just want to say, if there's any moment that I thought to myself, I think I'm going to rupture an eardrum, it was that. The pants are fine. I do, like, I don't know. I don't really get the black shoe with a brown pant and a brown shirt. Like, especially for Gucci, I know that you have a brown loafer. Let's just keep it brown. The black shoe, not tracking. And also, again, the split hem pant. This is like the best I've seen it look, but even then, I'm not really sold. Next up, we have Joey King and Max Mara. Wrinkles are happening. I have a hot take, but I only like it when Prada does it. Sorry, I don't care. It's like gonna be a spring 2025 trend, and I just think that like Miuccia Prada did it so long ago, and she did it so well, and then she brought it back like 2 or 3 or 4 seasons ago, and now everybody's like wrinkles, and I'm like, no. She was like exploring bourgeois culture, the state of bourgeois dressing. It like, she comes from a bourgeois place and family, and like Milan is a really interesting place that you like dress and everybody dresses up, and I would say that Milan is one of the best dressed cities in the world, and I don't really care if that's a hot take. Like, I think that Milan blows Paris out of the water without a doubt. Like, the French have like a dynamicism about their outfits, but the Milanese, it's just like in their blood. Like, it's just what they do. Even if they're like going to the grocery store, it's like they dress. I normally feel disgusting when I'm out and about because I'm like, oh, look at me. But there, I wish I had Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. I want to see, but I don't want to be seen. So, long story short, I think that like with Prada, it's a different idea and concept of looking at wrinkling. This, I don't know. It doesn't feel the same to me. I do like the cuff, and I do like the styling, and I don't really love the cutout, but or the shoe, actually. I hate that. I hate it. I hate like a 20s reference shoe on a young person because it doesn't deliver. Like don't flap. No flappers, please. Especially not with this. So yeah, I don't love. But I don't love across the board the wrinkle thing. Next up we have Julia Garner, and she's wearing Gucci, and I think this is dynamic. Something about the all red look, especially like the sheer pussy bow blouse and the fact that you have this beautiful jacket and the hot pant and the shoe. I think it all works. I feel like it has maybe a little bit of like a Saint Laurent by Anthony Vaccarello or Yves Saint Laurent himself quality, but like I don't really mind that in this case because I think it's very chic. It's a lot of different materials, but they all mix very well, and I still think it keeps a bit of Sabato's identity, which is like leathers, the color. Also, he loves a hot pant, loves a mini skirt. I think it works. I think she looks chic. I think she looks fun. I think she looks intriguing, yet young and youthful, hot and sexy. I'm into it. Next up, we have Julianne Moore, who's wearing Bottega. She's wearing two different kinds of leathers, a leather blazer or jacket, a pair of dark brown leather trousers, a white leather boot. I don't know if her tank top is really a tank top or if it's leather. It could be leather. It's probably going to be leather. And some sort of leopard motif clutch bag. I think it's good. I think it's a good Julianne look. I am so-so sometimes on Julianne's Bottega moments. Sometimes I think they're good. Other times I don't understand them. And I think this, I get, it's easy, it's casual, it's basics, it's wardrobe staples. I'm gonna be very happy with it and take it. Next up we have Kendall Jenner. I'm gonna be completely honest, this will go in the channel member version. I was sitting behind like Julianne and ASAP and Jacob Elordi. There was a girl I could see at my vantage point. She had blonde hair, and she was sitting next to somebody, and then whoever that guy was, Steve McQueen, the director. And then next to her was Cousin. I don't know his full name, but Cousin from The Bear. But I was thinking to myself, wow, they really got this influencer girl that looks a lot like Kendall Jenner. I don't know how they did that or who she is. And then I realized it was in fact actually Kendall Jenner. So that's my fun story. But what I will say is like, I think it's okay. It's a brown draped dress with a bit of a gold buckle that sort of pulls it in all the directions. It's not my favorite thing. I don't think it's the best thing I've ever seen Kendall Jenner. And I would say it's a little blah as far as it goes. I think that there are much more exciting and intriguing styles. And I think much more like dynamic pieces that really radiate the excitement and the craft and the experimentation of Bottega. And I feel like this doesn't really do that. So I don't know who that's on. I don't know if that's on like Kendall's not wanting to do it. I don't know if it's Bottega's like, but I also can't really believe that it would be Bottega. I would say Kendall Jenner was like, I want to wear something crazy. I feel like they'd be like, okay, cool, what? So yeah, I'm not loving this. And I'm not even not loving it because it's like simple or whatever. I don't really think that it like does much for anybody. It's just even the designer is like, eh. Next up we have Letitia Wright, who's wearing Prada, and she is a Prada staple. She's wearing a Prada varsity jacket. It's not my favorite. I don't mind a varsity jacket, and the fact that it's all in leather and it's black and yellow, like, okay. But I don't love it. The mini skirt, again, like, it's okay. The boots, sure. The bag, sure. Like, it's okay. It's not really fun. Next up, we have Madonna, who's wearing Dolce and Gabbana, and I like that rhymes. She's wearing this sort of black lace gown with a big black veil. She attended the show. I think she looks nice. Feels very Madonna-esque to me. It also, at the same time, feels very Dolce and Gabbana, too. Like, both brands, to me, this tracks really well. It makes sense. I'm not hating it whatsoever. It doesn't make me feel a certain type of way and want to rip my eyeballs out. So like, okay, It works. Next up, we have Mark Ronson, who's wearing Gucci. I think this is great. I like the brown and the green. It feels very Prada to me, but at the same time, like, the pants are beautiful. The jacket's fun. I like the polo. I don't really... The shoe, is it a brown? It's a black shoe. Why always a black shoe with a brown suit? What is this? I'm not understanding. Sabato, help me. Help you, please. But besides that, I like the look of it. Next up, we have Michelle Yeoh, mother icon. I'm obsessed with her. She's wearing, I believe, a suede intrecciato white button-down shirt. It's lovely and also probably costs so much money. And if you spilled anything on it, you would die. Where, I mean, if you're a certain type of rich, probably wouldn't. But if it was me, I would die, I would say. Ooh. Actually, that's probably why I can never wear anything like that, because if I did spill, I'd have a severe breakdown. But I love it. I like the look. I like the casualness of it, but at the same time, the craft, the quality, it's really kind of beautiful. And again, I think this is a great example of, like, you can wear things that are simple, but if the actual, like, makeup of the thing really takes time and expertise, I can get behind it. The fact that it's the suede with the leather jeans and the shoes, like, it's work for me. Mother is mothering. Next up, we have Nara and Lucky Blue Smith. Now, both Nara and Lucky Blue are wearing Gucci. I actually really love Lucky's look. I'm obsessed with this sheer net polo long sleeve. I think it looks really cool. Pale, powdery blue is really sweet. Maybe it's like a periwinkle. I think it works with the black shoe. Like, it looks good. As for Nara, I love the coat. I actually really love Sabato's coats. I think he does a really, really great job with outerwear. The romper knit thing, like, it's okay, but I don't think it's, like, amazing. And I will also say again, like, these are two of the most beautiful people in the world. So, like, if it's not working on them, it's not really gonna work on anybody. So I can't even blame them in that regard. The bag, cute. The shoe, cute. But I really love Lucky's. I think that's the one. Next up, we have Nicola Coughlin, and she is wearing Gucci as well. I think she's wearing a pretty simple white cotton dress. Like, it's easy, it's understandable. And then over top is this suede cape with little slits. I don't hate it. I like the white cotton dress, honestly, because I think it makes a lot of sense, especially considering the weather. The cape, I don't know. Maybe if the dress was a little longer, I could be a bit more behind it. There's just something about, like, the length that feels not totally awkward, but, like, there could be a little bit more separation between the two. But I do really like the shoe. I do like the bag. I also like the cape in and of itself. I just think that the proportion thing could be possibly better. Next up, we have Normani. She's wearing Moschino. It's pretty simple, but I like the pearls. I like the pearl strap and the pearl halter and the pearls that drip out of the back of it. The sheer brown dress with the draping. It's okay. I think it's fine. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's existing, and that's fine. Next up, we have Sarah Paulson, who's wearing Prada, and I feel like this is kind of that quintessential Prada-ness. I love the skirt shape. I love the yellow. It's just bright and funky and in your face, and then you have this little gray blazer over top in wool. The shoes, they work. The bag, it works. Also, like, the bag has, like, the weird arm strap thing, and I'm also into that. I like this. Next up, we have Simone Ashley. She's also wearing Prada, and, like, I think maybe there's been, like, 1-2 moments where I'm like, yes, I like it. I don't love this Empire Daisy jewel strap dress. I don't think I would love the dress regardless, but I don't love it on her, and I feel like I never really see a moment where I'm like, yeah, you're serving it up. And so I'm just kind of constantly like, okay, maybe it's me that doesn't get it, but I don't think it's me that doesn't get it. I just think the looks don't hit. So I'd like for her to, I don't know, do something about that for me. Next up, we have Tinashe, the Diesel look. I love this faux fur. I think it's really chic and it's fun and it's funky, and she's sweating her ass off, I bet. And I respect her for that because it was hot. It was sweaty. I think it's cool, and I like the little metallic skirt underneath, and I love the fact that you have this lighter blue fur that sort of sits on the outside, but the darker fur sort of nips in the waist. And the thing about darker colors are they hold in more light, so in reality it makes everything look smaller and you see a lot less. So it's going to suck you in here, but out here it's going to puff you out, and I think that's smart. And finally, we have Yara Shahidi. She's wearing a Bottega pencil skirt in intrecciato leather, and then a gingham black and yellow little top. I think it's okay. I'm not gonna, like, think twice about it, but well, the skirt's fine, I guess. I don't really get the combination of the two, and there's nothing really, like, selling me on it, so I don't know. not into it. All right, let's talk about best and worst. Best, I'm gonna give to Rihanna and ASAP in that look together. Really good. I'm going to give it to, oh, Dina, Asher Smith in Bottega. I really loved. Enhypen in Prada. Except the last guy. That is a little simple. But the rest of them, very into it. I think it works. I'm gonna do that as well in the Bottega. Julia Garner and Gucci, I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to Michelle Yeoh in Bottega. I loved. Lucky Bluesmith in Gucci. I loved. Anybody else? Tinashe and Diesel. I loved. I think that's good. Let's do worst. Worst, I'm gonna say Jacob Elordi because it's just kind of flat. Hot take, but I'm okay with that. Simone Ashley in the Prada, I didn't love that. Who else? Kendall Jenner and Bottega, I didn't love. Joey King and Max Mara, I really did not love. David Beckham and Boss was just boring. Anybody else that was really boring? I think that's fine. Yeah. Dakota Johnson, I also didn't really love. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your eyes out for the Paris video, and we will be doing these Fashion Week roasts, reviewing all the collections, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and TTYL.